Market equilibrium is the point where buyers and sellers can agree on both price and quantity. It is not a perfect or magical point. It simply means the amount people want to buy at a certain price roughly matches the amount sellers are willing to provide. When those two sides meet, the market feels stable for a while. Imagine a fruit seller with a table full of mangoes. If the price is too high, many customers walk away and mangoes remain unsold. If the price is too low, customers buy quickly and the table empties before the day ends. The seller learns from both outcomes. The workable price is the one where sales are steady without constant shortage or waste. Demand shows how much buyers want at different prices. At lower prices, more people are usually willing to buy. At higher prices, some buyers reduce quantity, delay purchase, or choose substitutes. Supply shows how much sellers will provide at different prices. A higher price can make production more attractive because sellers may earn enough to cover costs and profit. Equilibrium appears where these forces meet. If a coffee shop sells cups for a price customers accept and the shop can cover beans, rent, wages, and profit, the price may hold. The shop does not need to sell every possible cup. Customers do not need to buy unlimited coffee. The market settles around a workable exchange. When price is above equilibrium, surplus can appear. Sellers bring more than buyers want at that price. A clothing store with overpriced jackets may see racks stay full after the season begins. To clear inventory, it may discount. The discount is not random generosity. It is a response to unsold supply sitting on the shelf. When price is below equilibrium, shortage can appear. Buyers want more than sellers provide at that price. A concert ticket priced too low may sell out instantly. People who still want tickets may turn to resale markets, waitlists, or substitutes. The low price created access for some, but it also created competition for limited seats. Equilibrium can change when demand shifts. If a neighborhood becomes popular, more people may want apartments there at every rent level. The old rent no longer balances demand and supply. Unless more housing becomes available or demand cools, rent pressure rises. The new equilibrium may be higher even if the apartments themselves did not improve. Supply shifts can move equilibrium too. If a drought reduces crop output, less food reaches the market. Even if people want the same amount as before, scarcity pushes prices upward. If a new farming technology increases output, supply can rise and prices may fall. The price is reacting to the available quantity, not just buyer mood. Equilibrium is easiest to see in ordinary shopping. If a bakery makes 50 loaves and sells out by noon every day, the owner may raise price, bake more, or both. If 20 loaves remain each evening, the owner may lower price, bake less, or improve the product. Each adjustment searches for a better match between demand and supply. The concept also helps explain wages. A wage is a price for labor. If a town has many qualified nurses and few open jobs, employers may have less pressure to raise pay. If hospitals urgently need nurses and few are available, wages may rise. Skills, location, working conditions, licensing, and bargaining power all affect where the labor market settles. Markets do not always reach equilibrium smoothly. Prices can be sticky. A landlord may hesitate to lower rent because it signals weakness. A restaurant may avoid raising menu prices because customers notice. Employers may change wages slowly because contracts and morale matter. Real markets include emotion, habit, rules, and delay, not just instant adjustment. Government rules can also affect equilibrium. A price ceiling sets a legal maximum price. Rent control can keep rent below market clearing levels, helping existing tenants but sometimes creating shortages or lower incentive to build. A price floor sets a minimum price. A minimum wage can raise income for some workers while affecting hiring decisions differently across businesses. Equilibrium is not the same as fairness. A market can balance at a price many people find painful. If medicine, rent, or childcare reaches equilibrium at a high price, the market may be clearing, but people can still be struggling. Economics describes the pressure. Society still has to decide whether rules, subsidies, or public services should change the outcome. Black markets can form when legal prices cannot adjust and demand remains strong. If a product is limited but official prices stay low, some people may pay extra unofficially. This does not mean rules never help. It means rules change incentives. When demand, supply, and legal limits conflict, people may search for side channels. Equilibrium can be temporary. A new phone launch, fuel shortage, sudden trend, or shipping delay can disturb the balance. Sellers respond, buyers respond, and competitors respond. Over time, production, substitutes, and expectations adjust. The market keeps moving because people keep learning new information and changing behavior. Businesses use equilibrium thinking without always naming it. A gym tests membership prices. A delivery app adjusts fees. A hotel changes rates by season. Each one is asking how many customers will buy at this price and whether the quantity sold covers costs. Pricing is a search process, not just a number pulled from the air. For consumers, equilibrium explains why waiting can matter. If a product is scarce during launch week, the price may be high and availability low. Later, supply may improve or demand may cool. A buyer who understands the pressure can decide whether urgency is worth the cost. The same thinking applies to flights, rentals, electronics, and seasonal goods. Equilibrium also depends on expectations. If buyers believe prices will rise next month, they may rush to buy today, increasing current demand. If sellers expect a shortage, they may hold inventory or raise prices earlier. Expectations can move the market before the physical supply changes. Markets react not only to facts, but to what people believe is coming. Substitutes can soften price pressure. If beef becomes expensive, some families buy chicken, lentils, or fish instead. If one neighborhood becomes unaffordable, renters may search in nearby areas. Substitutes do not eliminate scarcity, but they give buyers options. The more realistic substitutes exist, the harder it is for one price to rise without resistance. Equilibrium is also affected by time. A sudden shortage may push prices up quickly, but new supply may take months or years. Houses cannot be built overnight. Skilled workers cannot be trained instantly. Farms cannot always increase harvests immediately. Short-term equilibrium can therefore look painful while the long-term response is still being built. Market equilibrium is useful because it turns price changes into a question. What changed on the buyer side, the seller side, or both? A rising price may mean demand increased, supply fell, costs rose, rules changed, or expectations shifted. The point is not to memorize a graph. The point is to read markets as conversations between scarcity, willingness, and cost. In practical life, that means a price is rarely just a price. It is a message about how much people want something, how difficult it is to provide, and how quickly both sides can adjust.